Okay guys, so here is my stickers that I already have prepared on my Cricut Design Space. So you'll notice that they all go to this line here that's 6.75 inches, and down here it goes to the 9.25 inch line. That is because whenever you do a print and cut image, it will only let you print to 6.75 by 9.25. So just a heads up on that. So I always, whenever I'm placing my stickers, I tend to click this little axis point up here and it will make your lines disappear. And then I will either put down a rectangle and I'll type in the measurement up here so that it equals 6.75 by 9.25, or I'll draw a line here, a score line that you can find in the shapes section over here, and you can input that on your lines just so it makes it easier, and I have a guideline to where I have to fit all of my stickers into. So you notice here I kind of have them all going in like different directions. That's just because I don't want to waste this printable vinyl, so I try to get as many as I can on one page, because these are going to be cut into individual stickers anyway. But I always leave a tiny bit of space because when they are cut, you'll want a tiny bit of space in between each sticker so that they're not overlapping or printing over each other. So once I have all my stickers laid out, you can, resize your stickers to what you need them to be. So like you can click on like an individual sticker. I find it easier over here to hit your stickers on this layers section, to individually click on one, whatever one you're working with. And you can either, when you're clicking on it, you can adjust the size by drag it to the size that you want, or you can physically type in the width and the height that you want. If you want it to keep its proportions, you will keep this little lock button locked. But if you want an exact 2x2 sticker, you will hit the unlock button and then you'll type in 2 and 2 and then hit enter, and it will automatically size that to the size that you want. So once I'm all done laying out the stickers to how I want them, I always attach them, because your Cricut will try to move them and it will make you cut them on different mats as different cuts, and we don't want to do that. We want it to print and cut all in one page. So I select all of my stickers and then I hit this attach button down here. Right now it says detach because they are already attached. I've already done that. So whenever you're ready, you hit make, and it's going to take you to the cut page. Your printable vinyl will look like a piece of paper, and when it prints it out, it will automatically put these black lines on it. Those are the scanning guidelines that your Cricut uses to scan your paper, so it knows exactly where to cut your stickers. So you'll notice here that it is a print and cut. That's because we are printing this out and then we're going to load it into our Cricut to cut. If you were just trying to cut out just these shapes, then it would just be a cut image. So I'm going to hit continue. And while that's loading, I'm going to show you guys what I use to print mine on. So I have this Cricut printable vinyl. I have ordered printable vinyl on Amazon and it works just fine. It was significantly cheaper. I just happen to have some of this on hand. I think I got it on sale at some point, so I'm just going to go ahead and use this so it doesn't go to waste. So I'm going to load that in my printer and print them off. So I'm going to hit send to printer, and I have my printer selected. I'm going to unclick the bleed button over here. The bleed is when it prints your stickers or whatever you're printing. It will print a black line around your images so that when it cuts, there's no room for error as far as white space in between your sticker and your cut. But most of these stickers have a white line around them already, so I don't need to do that. It's okay if there's white lines. So I unclick that. I have my printer already selected right here, and I'm gonna hit print. and it's going to send it to my printer, and I'll show you guys that in just a second. So here's my printer. I have my Cricut paper upside down. Your printer may not need to do that, but mine does. I definitely need to get a new printer, but just have not invested in one yet. On my list. And beautiful. Here are our stickers. They are ready to cut. I am going to list these stickers on my Etsy shop. So I laminate my stickers so that they can be waterproof and they can go on cups or water bottles, and they can be washed without damaging the sticker. So my vinyl that I end up putting on my mat to be cut is a little bit thicker because of the laminate that goes on top of it. So I have to set my material to something custom. I'm gonna show you guys how I do that real quick. So you're gonna turn your dial to custom over here before you're ready to start cutting. And then I'm gonna show you guys a trick if you guys are laminating your stickers also, or even if you're using a different type of material that's, you know, thicker than the regular printable vinyl or whatever, and you need to change, if you need to change your settings, this is how you do it. So you can either click browse all materials over here and you can physically type in what material you're using. And Cricut's pretty good, and it has almost everything that you could imagine on here already, but I like to specify my settings to a T. So I'm gonna show you guys how I add something in. So this is what it looks like when you're trying to search for materials. So like you can type in sticker paper and it comes up. Clear printable sticker paper, because that's like those clear sticker sheets that are a little bit thicker. We're not doing that. We're going to be adding our own material because I want to set the settings. So I'm going to go to material settings, and I'm going to scroll all the way down to the bottom and hit add new material, and you're going to name it. So I'm just going to put laminate sticker paper and hit save. So now it comes up here. Here is where you can change how many times the Cricut is going to cut over your image. I like to do it twice just to make sure it cuts all the way through, because these are going to be sold as individual stickers. So I'm going to select the 2X for the multi-cut so that it cuts it twice. And here you notice that you can't type this in. This is what this little sliding bar is. You move this number to where you want your cutting pressure to be set to. So like I said before, my sticker paper has laminate over it and it's pretty thick. So I'm going to set my cut pressure all the way to 292. You could do less or more than that. I just like to do that. I'm not using a brand new blade right now, so I have mine set a little bit higher. And it is a fine point blade, but if you have a deep point blade, that's where you would mark that. So then you're gonna hit save here, and then it is on your list. So now after you saved it, it should pop up on this list. I don't wanna scroll through this, so I'm just gonna start typing the name and hit enter. And there it is, the laminate sticker paper that we made. So I'm going to hit the star button over here, and it's going to favorite this so that it's going to be on our main menu, so we don't have to scroll through and find this every single time. So now whenever we are printing out stickers, we can just go to our favorites, and this is my list of favorites that I have right here, and it's automatically here. So then you just click on it until it has a little check mark, and then you'll hit done, and now it's set to that. So now that we have our custom material set and all of our settings accurate, now we're ready to laminate our sticker paper and then put the sticker paper on our Cricut mat and get ready to cut. Okay, so now we are ready to laminate our stickers. I got this laminating film from expressionsvinyl.com. I highly recommend that website. They do have a lot of products. Some of them are more expensive than other websites, but the quality is there. But they offer a range of tools, vinyl, all kinds of Cricut supplies that you may need. This laminating film is the Origard 210, and I believe it is a 12-inch by 5-yard roll, and I got it for $18.75. And I did have to pay for shipping, but it got here within like 5 or 6 days, so that's not too bad. So I highly recommend this. I haven't tried any other laminating film like from Amazon or anything. I had a lot of people recommend this to me, so I've just always done this. I've stuck with it, and the laminating film that I have researched can get really expensive, so I thought this was a good deal for it being 5 yards for only $18.75. So I think I'll just keep using this, but I highly recommend using this if you are creating your own stickers. When I'm laminating my stickers, what I like to do is measure out the laminate before I put it on my sticker sheet. So I always put the laminate on the inside of the black line because I don't want my Cricut to mess up the scan at all and offset the cutting process of my stickers. So just a little tip right there, always put your laminating film inside of your black line. Okay, so I have my laminate film lined up inside of my black guideline, so now I'm just going to cut it. Okay, so we're done cutting out our laminate. So I'm gonna set this aside. And now we're ready to put our laminate on our sticker paper. Okay, so I've laid down the edge of my laminate vinyl, and now I'm slowly gonna take off the backing of this laminate and just press down on my sticker paper so that there are no bubbles or wrinkles on my stickers. So I like to go this way. Honestly, sometimes I just like to, if you put the backing on like a ruler, it's easy to just kind of go slow and get it completely on the sticker. Like so. And then I'm just going to take my scraper and just apply some pressure, make sure that there's no bubbles or anything on my sticker paper. Alright, so our laminate is on. It's nice and smooth, and we are ready to cut our stickers out. So we're going to put our sticker paper on our Cricut mat. And it's really important that you put your sticker paper the way it was printed out in the same direction on your Cricut mat. So this was the top of my Cricut file, so I know this is going to be the top of my mat. And I'm going to make sure that I put it perfectly on these guidelines on the Cricut mat, because we don't want our Cricut to mess up our stickers when it's cutting them. So I just line it up with the top line, make sure it's lined up on the side, and then just press down, and then it is ready to cut. Okay, so I'm going to load my mat in my Cricut, hit the load button, and we already have our settings for this material that we are cutting. So we've already hit continue on our screen here. So whenever your cut light is blinking, it is ready to cut. So we're gonna press that and it's gonna start cutting my stickers. And as you can see here, it says that it is scanning the image. So if you see that light right there, it is scanning these black lines so the Cricut machine knows where to cut your stickers exactly. Okay, so our stickers are done cutting, so I'm going to unload my mat and we will take a look at these stickers. Okay, so here are our stickers and you can see it cut them. So now I'm just going to peel up the negative part of my sticker paper so that all that's left on my mat is my actual stickers. And then we will peel those up. And I just always go slow because my stickers are all facing weird directions and I don't want to rip a sticker. So there they are. So now we are ready to peel these up. So this is where I take my Cricut weeding tool. And typically I just have to kind of pop up an edge just enough for me to peel it. And I try not to just bend the sticker and peel. I try to bend my mat as much as I can and peel them that way. But sometimes the mat doesn't really cooperate. There we are. And sometimes if you bend the mat, they'll kind of automatically pop up for you, so makes it a little bit easier. Alright, so there you have it. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any crafting tutorials.